Your mom purchased cherries for $3.20 per pound. She spent $17.92. How many pounds of cherries did she purchase? To determine the amount of pounds spot, we're going to be using the expression of $17.92 divided by $3.20, and we call this an expression. This is how we write it, as a fraction. And your divisor on a fraction is the number on the bottom. And the dividend is the number on the top. In order for us to make the divisor a whole number, we've got to move this decimal 2 places to the end. The other way that you can do it, it's also by multiplying it by 100, because there was 2 place values, right, that we moved the decimal, so that would be 100. And then when you multiply by 100, this will give you 1792 or 1792. And then the other one will give you 320. So once you have your division set up with the divisor being a whole number, then you are ready to move on to the next step. And the next step is to make your division. So we will make our division. We will put the divisor already that we know the divisor is a whole number. And then we write 1792. Keep in mind, you don't have to write the decimal, but if you do, the decimal is out the way at the end. When a number does not have a decimal, the decimal is at the end. Then it's time for us to start thinking about how are we going to divide this number. We are going to use a rectangle to cover our numbers so that we can stay focused, and also it also helps us to get numbers in line. If we only have 1, can you make groups of 321? And the answer is no. So we're going to write an X to make sure we don't write numbers on top of the 1. Then we're going to go to the next number. The next number is 17. Can you make groups of 320 when you only have 17? And the answer is no. So we're going to write an X on top of the 7. Keep your numbers lined up. Then we go to the next number, 179. Do we have enough to make a group of 320? And the answer is no. We're going to write another X. Then we're going to go to the next number. Now we have 1792. And for that, we're going to have to do our math. We're going to have to start multiplying 320 times 2, and that is going to give us 640. Then if I double it, 320 times 4, that will give us 1280. I'm getting close to 1792. Then I'm going to do it times 5 since I'm getting close, and that is going to give me 10 carry 1, that will be 1600. I'm going to do it times 6 and see if I can get a little closer. So that will give me 20, 12 carry 1, that will be 1920. I went over, so I'm going to use by 5. So I'm going to write the 5 on top of the 2. Please make sure that it's on top of the 2 because we are using the 1792. So the 5 goes on top. Then 5 times 320, we already have the answer. It's 1600. All we have to do is write it down and line up your numbers on the bottom. Bring down your 2, bring down your 9. 7 minus 6 is 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. Since we got a remainder, I am going to add a 0, and then I am going to bring it down and see if I can get rid of the remainder. Notice that 320 times 6 gives me 1920. So I'm going to write the 6 on top, and that's going to give me 1920, and then there is no remainder. So to answer the question is, your mom purchased 5.6 pounds of cherries.